It's downloading. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kamani back with another video. So today is Monday, October 2nd. It's literally already October. That's insane. But it's 11:28 in the morning. And yeah, I just got back from a class and now I'm gonna start this video, which is a reading vlog. If you didn't read the title, if you just happen to click on the video, it's a reading vlog. And today I'm gonna read, or I'm gonna try to read. Well, I'm definitely probably not gonna finish it today, but I'm starting The Last Flight by Julie Clark, and we're reading on my Kindle. Isn't she so cute? But that's what we're reading. I know the tiniest bit about this book, but I didn't read the synopsis before I downloaded it, and so yeah, I'm basically just going in blind. I know it's about these two women, and I think they switch flights, but like on purpose. But I don't really know the reason why, so I guess we're gonna find out, and you're gonna find out with me because we're gonna read it together. Hi guys, so I just got back from class. I had to leave to go to class and now I'm back. It's probably like 3:30 right now. I don't really know what time it is. But I just got back from class. So I'm gonna keep reading The Last Flight. I didn't get that far into it like at all. So hopefully now I can get a good bit read because I'm still like in the very early like beginning. So hopefully we can like actually start getting into the plot like right now. Yo, I'm so sad because I just finished the Eden series like literally yesterday. I finished Crimson River, and that's the last book in the Eden series right now because the last book about Mateo comes out in December. So I won't be able to finish the series until December, but for now I'm done, which I'm actually really sad about because I was just on the shuttle on my way home from class and I kept listening to this song on repeat, and this song reminds me so much of the Edens, and now I can't read the Eden series no more because I mean I can, but like I won't have that, like first reading feel anymore. Like I read all of it. And that song just reminds me of the Eden so much. And I'm kind of sad about it because I miss him so much and I love every single character in that book, and I'm freaking so upset that it's over. Well, it's not really over, but like for right now it's over and it makes me so freaking sad. Like, oh my gosh. I'm getting a phone call. I'm off the phone, so now I can get back to reading my book. Hi, so I just finished the like first I got through quite a bit of it. And now we're finally into the plot where I've only heard or I've only read like one person's POV, and they're getting ready to like execute the plan. I don't want to give any spoilers, but they're getting ready to execute the plan, and like she says she has 33 hours. So that's bound to get interesting. I don't want to give any spoilers, but from her past, she's definitely had some like trauma, and her, husband isn't helping with that. And, they're like public in their community. They're like, he's going, I don't know if I should say that. I don't know if it's a spoiler. I don't know. But just know they're public in their community. And he's not really helping with her, past trauma or anything. So her plan, she's going to execute it like within the day or like the next day. So that's gonna be super exciting. I don't know when we're gonna hear from the other girl's POV. I assume like the next chapter or so. But I have some packages that I need to go pick up from my mailroom. So I'm gonna go do that and then come back and probably read some more. I'm gonna show you what I got from Amazon. Because this box is absolutely huge. Like, is that not insane? I hope you don't see my address because I don't really feel like having to block it out. But I got a printer because I don't know if you guys have seen my college day in the life, I think it was. But I had to use a printer and a professor was down in the printer room, but we have 2 printer rooms in that building. One for the students and then one for like teachers and faculty. And she was using the student one. So I was waiting patiently because I was like 30 minutes early for class anyway. So I was like, I can wait. No, she was like taking forever. And then once I thought she was done, because she left, she locked the door. So I went to get the security because we have security in our building. I was like, hey, do you have like a key to unlock this door? Because Miss Mann was just in there and she locked it behind her. And he was like, it's not supposed to be locked. And I was like, yeah, it's locked. And so he was like, okay. He opened it for me. And she had the printer jammed. And I was like, okay, period. And then she came back and she was like, yeah, I'm printing like exam stuff. This is going to take a while. Do you have the printer jammed? What are you talking about? So the security guard takes me upstairs to like the faculty area where they have a printer. And tell me why I was trying to use that printer and she jammed that one too. So I had to fix it for one and then print out my paper. My paper that I had to write for the class that I had to be in like 10 minutes was like 7 pages. So I had to wait for my paper to print out. And then tell me why in the middle of my class, she comes back upstairs and she goes to the printer that I had to use to print my paper. So I assume she jammed both of the printers because why would you do that? So I just bought a printer because I was like, I am not going to do that ever again. So I told my mom and my grandpa about it, and my grandpa bought me a new printer. So thank you, Grandpa. I literally love you so much. So yeah, that's just what's in this big old box is a printer and then toilet tissue because it's cheap on Amazon. It's cheap. It's cheap. Okay, so I'm starting to understand why I didn't really get it. Pause. You're like so weird. There we go. Okay, so I'm starting to understand why I didn't really understand the book at first. So it's written in like dual POV. So you have like 2 different people, 2 different point of views. But one is like present POV, and then one is like 6 months ago POV. And then one is like first person POV, and then one is like written in third person. And I've never read a book like that. I think it's kind of weird, but I mean, it's a thing, I guess. It took me a second to catch on because I was like, why is this not really like making all that much sense? Like, it sounds like I'm not even in her shoes, but you're not. Like, it's from somebody else's POV, like, third person, but like, I just think, I don't know, I think it's weird to have one like first person and then one third person. But I mean, it's a thing, I guess. I've never read a book like that, and it's not chronological, so it's like not all in order. It's just all, one's like present and one's like half a year ago, which is also kind of confusing. And it's also kind of confusing trying to like keep their lives apart because they're not like, they don't really know each other in any way. except, you know, when they were at the airport. So, which is not a spoiler, I don't think. But they don't really know each other, so like it's hard like trying to keep their two lives apart and trying to like remember who they are as like two different people, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's where we are. I don't even know what page I'm on. It's like every time I read, I get confused or I get scared and I stop. We're at 24%. So I didn't even read that much, but I just had to update you because I noticed it was in third person and all that stuff. So yeah. So hey guys, it's a few days later. It's October 8th. I don't remember the last time I picked this up, but I did just finish The Last Flight by Julie Clark. And let me just tell you, it was not as good as I was expecting it to be. Overall, I gave it like a 2 star. But that's me right now. But later, I might give it like a 3. It's no higher than a 4, which is crazy to me because I've never rated a book lower than like 4 stars. But this is the first book that I've read, which, by the way, this is like my 24th book. My reading challenge this year was 23. And so I already beat the challenge, but like, this book was trash. I mean, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was a decent book. Like, the plot was there. It's just, after a certain bit, I became very uninterested. So I don't know if I've mentioned before, like, when I was first getting into the book. I don't know if I said it before in the video. But it's dual POV, but one is in the present and one jumps back to 6 months ago. And the one that jumps back to 6 months ago, I was just so uninterested in her life. Like, I just wanted to know, like, what she was doing. But at the end, I understand why it was in the present. So that makes so much sense now, like, at the very end. But, it jumps back to 6 months ago, and I was just so uninterested in her life 6 months ago. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't here for it. So her POV was kind of like very boring to me, even though you're like getting to know her life, like why she wanted to leave or whatever. It was very not entertaining to me. So there's that. Also, the main, I guess you can say main, I don't know if she's the main character because, you know, dual POV, there's like 2 main characters. But the other girl who's like written in the present, I just feel like, I don't know, because of the plot and because of the plan, I was just so anxious the whole time just for something to go down, and nothing ever really went down. So I was like, okay. And it got to a point where I was like 80% through the book, and that's where like things actually started moving. But that was just way too long for me. Like, I don't know. That just took entirely too long for me, and I just didn't really enjoy it as much. Even though this is a short book, I feel like it's very slow. And I feel like, I don't know, it's short, so it should be kind of fast paced. To me, I don't know, that makes sense in my mind. But this is a relatively short book, like 200 and something pages, and it was just so slow to me. So I wasn't really at like past, like not even like 50%, like past like 30% into the book, I was already bored. And so, yeah, overall, I give it like a 2/3 star. It wasn't terrible. It's just, I don't think it's for me. Like, I thought it was gonna give mystery, thriller, and it didn't really, like, at all. But, yeah, it was a decent book. I don't know. This was my first Julie Clark book. I've never read a book by her. So I don't know if, like, this is just, like, her genre or, like, what else she writes. But this one just wasn't for me. But I've heard and read reviews that are like, oh my gosh, this book had my jaw on the floor, like, oh my gosh. But it just wasn't that for me. So yeah, I just finished it like a few minutes ago. It's 4:24 in the afternoon. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed reading the book, even though I didn't really enjoy the book. It was just fun to read. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you like me, if you like the video, then you should maybe subscribe. And if you don't like me, or if you don't like the video, maybe don't do that yet. And I'll see you next time I post, which will hopefully be soon. Bye, Sticky Sticky. Say bye. Bye. Okay, bye. For real. Mwah.